Hey, welcome to Good Times with Alex and Ryan. I'm Ryan Sprague. You can follow me on any social media at Ryan W. Sprague. Alex.
What's up? I'm Alex Vanover. You can follow me on Twitter at AlexVanover15. You can follow me on YouTube at Alex Vanover. And you can follow me on the Instagram at AlexVanover15.
Oh, yeah. Hey, and I got to tell you, this is working a little too much when I'm saying you can follow me at Ryan W. Sprague, because people are now calling me, hey, at Ryan W. Sprague, can you come over here?
What? Oh, at work?
Yeah. So it's gotten a little out of hand there.
Do you have actual more followers, or do you just have people harassing you at work?
So just so you know, my name is not at Ryan W. Sprague. My name is actually Ryan.
Mm-hmm. I thought it was, you were like Prince. Your parents named you like the at symbol. And then that's why you named your son Atticus. Because it's actual at-icus.
There you go. The actual at sign.
Yeah, at-a-kiss.
His name's Icus, and then you...
Ryan, what are we talking about in this episode?
Oh, we're doing the news. We got to do the news.
Yeah.
What's up with the
news? Good Times News.
The
only news you can trust.
That's right. Only news you can trust. You want to follow CNN? No. How about see us? Good Times.
Good Times News brought to you by the letters B and S. All right, Ryan. First news story of the day. 32 large bags of marijuana were delivered to the wrong home in Dallas, Texas. The family who got the packages contacted the police department of Harris County, the sheriff's office, and the sheriff's office actually went straight to their Instagram and posted a photo of all 32 bags and said, if it's yours, please get in contact with us and we'll sort everything out. And the whole thing, the reason that's funny is because, weed is illegal in Texas.
Yeah.
So if they go down there and they're like, hey, I got 32 bags of marijuana, I need to pick this up. Boom, you're busted.
So they advertise like, hey, come on over. You know how ridiculous it is. So I worked for FedEx down there, and we had some person, a whole big box of marijuana. He came to try and pick up the package, and he was being irate with us because we wouldn't give him his package, and we handed it over to the police.
Oh man, and he was probably like, that was the mother load for him, I'm sure. So he was
I think someone said it was
like,
I think someone said it was worth like $5,000 or something.
Jeez, man. When I was like a part-time job I had at one point was I did the delivery, like the donation door at Goodwill one summer, and some people would just like drop off bags and they'd have like stuffed animals or something on top, and then underneath sometimes would just be garbage or like actual garbage or just stuff they didn't want to bring to the dump and pay for it, so they just bring it to Goodwill hoping we'd just take it. Well, one time we were really busy and we took a bag that had a bunch of stuffed animals on top of it, and we started breaking through the bag, and in the bag was just tons of marijuana.
Oh.
But it wasn't cut up, it wasn't like taken care of. It was just like leaves and stems and all that stuff. So I don't know why they donated that. I don't know if they were hoping for a tax write-off. I don't know. So I bring it. We bring it to the manager, and the manager's like, "Oh my gosh! Oh, this is like the worst thing ever. Give me that bag." And he went straight to his office. So there was like a running joke. It's like, I wonder what old Steve was doing with that
bag. Taking it to his office and
yeah.
Hey, what is that smell? I don't know. Someone let a skunk loose in here?
No, he was just like, this is ridiculous. I can't believe someone would do that. Give me that bag. I need to be alone with myself. Does anybody have a lighter? No, I'm kidding. I don't know if he did that or not.
I know. It was good times. We're just having a good time. We're just joshing around here.
Yeah. All right, Ryan. Story number 2. There was a robbery at a Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers in Louisville, Kentucky. All right? There was a robbery at a Chicken Fingers house. And it's not my brother. He wasn't there. My brother wasn't involved.
Your brother's there to stop those, right? He's there.
Yeah, my brother wasn't there to stop it, but somebody was.
I was waiting for him in his little save the chicken cape and go over there. He's a superhero. Just
check this out. So while this guy comes in to rob the chicken place, the only other table in the entire restaurant were 2 off-duty police officers that were married, and they were having a date night at this restaurant. And there's a video of it, and as soon as the guy, the robber, puts the gun in the employee's face, the lady sets her drumstick down, gradually gets up very slowly. Husband takes follows suit, and they take this guy down within a matter of seconds.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man, so lucky. You know how scary it is to have a gun pointed at you. It's
I've never had a gun pointed at me, but I can only imagine. We used to have BB gun wars when we were kids without eye protection or anything.
Oh man.
Which is ridiculous. So I was terrified of that. I cannot imagine an actual gun that could kill you being pointed at you. That'd be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, by a crazy person.
Yeah. You know that things are tough in your life if you have decided to rob somewhere, but not only rob somewhere, rob the local chicken establishment. That's the best idea you could come up with at the time.
I mean, if you work a week, you could probably get anything you want.
Yeah, you get a $400 or $500 paycheck, be on the road. He was I think what he really wanted, Ryan, was the secret herbs and spices recipe.
Oh,
yeah.
For Raising Cane's? I don't know.
He was so high, he thought he was at a KFC.
He's I want the Colonel. The Colonel.
Hey, it was in Louisville, Kentucky.
You got Raising Cane's. He did.
Hey. All right. We're moving on to the next story, Ryan. Now, this one is maybe my favorite story of the week here.
Okay, here we go.
All right. So a pig, a farm pig, accidentally ate a pedometer that was attached to it because pigs, I guess.
These, man. I was trying to help out and look for some articles, and you finding all this gold. I'm man, all I can find is this serious stuff. That's
Oh no, I dig deep, man. So this pig had a pedometer around its neck because to be a free range animal, they have to have a pedometer and they have to be tracked to see how far they've actually walked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's part of the rules. So this free range pig ate its pedometer. Well, about 2 or 3 days later, the barn caught on fire where the pig lived because the pig, went to the bathroom. And the copper batteries in the pedometer caused a spark when the pig was using the bathroom, and the spark caught the hay in the barn on fire.
Wow.
And burnt the barn down.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
How were the animals? Were they?
The animals in the article, none of the animals were hurt. They were rescued, but the barn did burn down.
I know they're going to be used for food, but it's it's still
You sure that wasn't some smoked bacon?
No, yeah, he was I can't afford to actually buy hickory or actual wood to smoke these pigs with. I'm going to go with copper tone, the battery. Ryan, I've had Taco Bell a couple times where I thought my butt was on fire though, so it's crazy that that actually caused the fire.
Too much of that fire sauce.
I'm mild all the way, but the older I get, the more mild isn't quite as mild as it used to be. It's when I was really poor, I went to a doctor one time, and the doctor's like, "Listen, Alex, things are rough for you. I understand that. I'm gonna get a prescription for you," because I was really backed up. I was nervous. I couldn't go, and the doctor's like, "Listen, I know you're poor." He filled me out a prescription.
Yeah. He's like, "I know you're.
I know you're a poor guy, and I know you're backed up."
Said that.
He wrote me a prescription to get filled. Hey, get closer to the mic. Get up here. Get closer to the mic. Ryan, he filled out a prescription for me to fill at Taco Bell. He said, "Go get yourself a number 7. They'll fill it for you. You'll be going by morning."
There you go. Oh,
Yeah.
What a sweet guy.
Yeah, he's all, I know you're poor. Hey, check this out.
What a nice guy. Wow.
Hey, check this out, Ryan. We're going to San Jose, California for this one. eBay is based out of San Jose, right?
There's a lot of that's Silicon Valley, man.
Yeah.
That's the richest people in the world there.
So apparently 6 former eBay employees, because they're former employees now, they were like higher up in the business. They're being charged with harassment of a couple who criticized them online for their business practices. And they were like sending like hateful, messages, everything, just trying to like really make them feel bad, threaten them with like physical violence, did all this stuff. But they even went so far as to mail them dead insects and animals, and also a Halloween mask that looked like a pig covered in blood. So
wait, what? So these eBay, let me get this right. So these eBay like higher ups,
yes,
did this to like a couple of people.
Yes, that like said, hey, eBay's not doing things on the up and up. We don't like the way they're running their business.
Woo!
So yeah.
No. Wow.
Yes. So, Ryan, my biggest issue with that would be, first of all, if they're sending me this, these dead animals and bugs and stuff, their feedback might get affected on how fast it gets to me, first of all, right? I might not leave them a positive, feedback for that, even though I'm not expecting it. And then when I get these things they send me, their feedback might get affected also because, what if I say, hey, I wanted 10 dead rats and 18 live spiders, and they don't respond back to me, so their communication would be bad. You know what I mean? So I might leave a neutral comment on their feedback.
That's insane.
That's my biggest concern, the feedback profile. I need to stay 100%, Ryan. There's no screwing around with that. If anything comes in between me and my G.I. Joes or Ninja Turtles, there's a problem.
So, my goodness, that is insane. That's so hard to believe. I mean, I could see some customers are crazy, complaint wise, and I'm like, okay, sometimes they're over the top, but doing something like that back to them, I mean, you can't just ignore them.
Ryan, my favorite day is eBay package day too. Like if I know I have a package from eBay, I'm like, oh boy, woo!
You would probably enjoy that. You probably, since you love horror and stuff, you probably enjoy that mask. You'd be like, oh.
I just make sure it was swabbed down for Corona before I put it on. Yeah. But yeah, I'd probably be okay with that. All right, Ryan. Breaking news. All right. A Pennsylvania woman kept her grandmother's corpse in a freezer the last 15 years to continue collecting her Social Security payments. What do you think, Ryan?
That's pretty morbid. Oh wow. I mean, if whoa, I don't know what to say.
My biggest question, how people are really upset that people that are on unemployment right now because of COVID are getting the extra payments,
and then other people are working their butts off.
Yeah, and it's well, people are on unemployment and they're making more money not working than they are. Whatever. And it's well, you guys should redirect your anger at the lady who was collecting her dead grandmother's 15 years worth of Social Security payments, because maybe a little misplaced. I don't know, huh? Maybe the same level. Who am I to say?
Wow. Kind of reminds me of, there was this movie with Jack Black where he was a caretaker for this older lady, and she ticked him off for the last time, and he shot her, and he just kept her in this he kept her in the house and pretended like she was alive and being her caretaker still and spending all her funds.
Jeez, man.
It was based on a true story, but that it's really similar.
You got to be pretty down and out, or just really against working if you're willing to go down that yellow brick road.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not getting a job. I'll tell you how much I don't want a job. When Granny dies, she's going in the meat freezer, and I'm not working. End of story. End of discussion. And Aunt Stacy, that's what's happening.
And there's a line, and we just like to tiptoe around it.
All right. We're moving on.
Okay, next one.
All right, hold on. Okay, here we go. Now this one is pretty good, Ryan.
Alrighty.
The Austrian police just fined a man 500 euros for loudly farting in their presence. So what happened was the police in Austria stopped this man because they wanted to do a quick identity check. They just wanted to see, what he was doing. You have your ID. Why are you around here right now? And they sat him down on a park bench. Now, this is when the story got off the rails a little bit. The guy was upset that he was being bothered because he wasn't really doing anything wrong, but they were kind of just harassing him. So the officers are quoted as saying, he sat down on the bench, lifted up his behind, stared us in the eyes, and farted very loud while keeping eye contact with us.
Sounds like he knows how to have a good time.
He almost blew his britches out trying to show the cops how displeased he was. So
very displeased.
Yeah, and the cops actually said it was a massive fart and highly offensive. So
wow.
That's a $500 fart, man.
That's what the Austrian cops have to worry about. They don't have.
What happened to your shift last night? Oh, this guy farted on me.
They call it. It's like the Seattle cops, and then the Austrian cops call each other. Hey, so how'd it go over in Seattle? Oh, well, people decided to make their own country within our city. Yeah. They're like, oh, well, a guy farted over here, so we fined him $500.
Yeah, exactly. Some cops are like, man, I got shot at today. Like, someone stole my squad car, like in the movie Hangover. This guy gets farted at, and he's having the worst day of his life. There's worst things in the world, buddy. All right, Ryan. Breaking news. Oh man, that means what that means. That's a very important news story when he goes that high. All right, Ryan.
Here we go. Very important. I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. Now you're from Texas. Where did you live near Irving, Texas?
Yes.
Like how close?
Oh, well, kind of so Dallas, Irving, and Arlington. They're all kind of the same area. It's kind of the same city. Kind of like Portland and Beaverton. And,
Tualatin, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So a demolition company based out of Irving, Texas, was hired to demo a house. So they show up on Monday, and they start demoing this house. And by lunch, the house is completely demoed. It's knocked down. It's done. So job well done. They can start, cleaning it up, get ready to clean the rubble up and start building a new house.
All right.
Ryan, one big problem. The guy who lived in that house came home for lunch to eat some food on his break, and the guy whose house just got demoed, the problem is the demolition company demoed the wrong house. They were one house off.
Ooh.
They demoed the wrong house. The guy comes back from work to have lunch. His house is demolished.
You think they'd check and see, like, oh, this guy still has his stuff in here. Maybe we should call him before we send in the wrecking ball. Before we send in Miley Cyrus,
they
swinging
came
on that
in like a wrecking ball. They never check the address at all.
It's like, no, they got to pull up. Just like, hey, we have this little checklist. We go through, just like, hey, checking the windows real quick, just see if there's anything in there. Hey, buddy, if there's anything whatsoever in the house, don't demo it, okay? That's what his boss was saying. Don't demo it. He's like, he calls his boss, hey, I got a problem. Hey, did you check the house? No. I told you to check inside the windows.
The boss catches wind that they demoed the wrong house, and his first words are, "Not again, not again." Hey, you know what the name of the two guys who actually demoed the house by accident were? The two guys, you know what their names were?
Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug. Bob and Doug.
Bob and Doug. They're like, well, we're done being astronauts now, so we'll do
we're
something.
House demoers. Hey, when they were in the meeting, like getting the paperwork handed out, like they just didn't even look at the packet. They just went straight to the wrong address.
They're like, we're quick. We're gonna get this done. Because we're good. Finish it. Hey, boss is gonna be so proud we got this done by lunch.
Yeah, done. Sorry. I would be so pissed off if my house got demoed by accident. I would be furious. I think I might have a heart attack. That might kill me.
I would probably laugh really hard. Just be like, what the?
Oh man! Thank gosh they didn't have any animals inside the house. That could have got really bad. Yeah. No. So and nobody was hurt. The house just got destroyed. That's Bob and Doug, those son of a guns.
You would think that's another thing. Like they would check the house. What if someone was in there? That's crazy.
Nothing about this story makes sense, but it happened. It's like national news. This is a true story.
Wow.
You know that you made a major mistake at work if the mistake you made is national news. Have you ever screwed up at work so bad that it made the newspaper the next day? It's like, oh man, Alex, you made the frickin' front page again. And let me tell you something, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
So that when they come in to work Monday morning, their boss is gonna say, I wrote something on your check.
yeah. Look behind your check because you're fired.
Yeah.
Larry shows up to do a celebrity guest firing of Bob and Doug. It's like, who's really good at firing people in their check on a Friday? All right. Next story. Check this out, Ryan.
I'm ready.
So, in high school, college, even at work, in my adulthood, I've been late. I've been late for a few things, and I've made excuses, and sometimes they're good, and sometimes they're bad. But this guy made one of the worst excuses ever. Former Argentine soccer player Guillermo Moreno claimed he was late to practice last season during one day because he was abducted by aliens. He says he'll swear in court. That's why he was late.
Wow.
He was abducted. The mothership took him. It's not Randy Quaid from Independence Day. This is an actual professional soccer player. What's your take on this, Ryan?
What do you say? What do you say? What do you do with that? The team, especially down there, is going to be like just razzing him like crazy. Like, what? Can you imagine a professional sports you're on a sports team saying that?
That's ridiculous. You're like one of the best athletes in your country.
Well, and you're surrounded by athletes like jocks.
He's
gonna be getting it.
He's in trouble. The best thing he could do, Ryan, to avoid any extra harassment would be keep showing up late for practice, lay on the bench while everyone else is out there warming up, put a towel over their head, and have a Snickers bar. That's what they need to do.
No, I think because he's in soccer, all he has to do is fall and be like, "Oh, I'm out for the season. Oh,
dude,
I'm rolling on the ground because I fell and I ow."
He should have just been like, I don't even know. Actually, Ryan, I have nothing else to say on this because it's so ridiculous. I don't have anything else. It's insane that he thought that would work. It's ridiculous. I have nothing funny to say. There's no punchlines, nothing. Moving on.
The punchline is himself.
Yeah, the punchline is just the story itself.
Marino? Is it Marino?
Yeah, Marino.
You roasted yourself.
Yeah. Guillermo, last week you said you were abducted by aliens. This week you said your house got demoed by accident. What's going on down there? All right, check this out. All right. Now this lady got a plant for, her birthday 2 years ago. And she loved this plant. She thought it was beautiful. And I guess it was called a succulent. The name of the plant was a succulent.
Yeah.
So she was really happy with this gift. It was very pretty. She really liked plants. She said it was the best succulent that she's ever seen, Ryan. So she committed to herself that she was going to water this plant and keep it in the right temperature and just make sure everything's going well with it. Well, Ryan, 2 years later, almost to the day, this poor lady found out that this succulent that she's been taking care of and just babying for the last 2 years is a fake plant. That's why she's been trying to take care of it.
Goodness.
Wah, wah.
Oh, my precious. I love this plant. Is some water?
She's been singing to it, reading it like books, talking to her plants.
Playing some Beethoven. Put it in the sun, but it's like starting to get faded because the plastic is getting faded. A fake plastic watering can.
Hey, where did if she's watering this plant, where did the water go? Because it's not absorbing the water. Does it just set in the bottom and like leak through the bottom of the container?
Well, no, even on regular plants, it'll do that. So you don't know.
Okay. Because I mean, she's like, man, I am really good at taking care of plants, but I didn't know I was this good. Like the plant just didn't change for 1 iota.
I'm somewhat. Okay. I am guilty of this. Same thing.
Okay.
I was at my grandma's house, and I'm like, "Wow, look at this, Grandma!" And I'm like, "What? I'm 27. Look at this, Grandma. This cactus has this flower, and it's amazing that this little cactus has this flower growing on it."
Yeah.
She smiles. It's fake. I look at it. There's glue.
Oh man.
So okay, I'm gonna give her some grace on this. Okay, because
the only plants that we had that were fake in our house growing up was my grandma had those freaking grapes. The grapes that look fake, the big ones, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking.
Yeah,
that was a big thing in the 90s and maybe early 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Those big like fake fruits.
Fake fruits and grapes,
yes,
and I would come in there and it was like just a lie. It was just all of a mirage to me. I was like, I'm hungry. It looks delicious. Nah, you're not having any fruit. You're having whatever's left in the fridge.
Yeah, we had that at my house too. Now that you bring that up, it's like, wow, we weren't the only ones had fake fruit hanging around. Hey, you want a bite to eat? Just kidding. I know it looks delicious, but it's not in season.
Dude. How is the fake fruit industry still holding on after all these years? Like,
is it going still?
I don't know who's still buying these products. Like, it's ridiculous.
I don't know if we got fake fruit going on or.
Hey, so the lady, her name was Kaylee Wilkes, and her quote after finding out that the plant she'd been watering for 2 years and taking care of it was fake, she said, and I quote, "I feel like the last 2 years of my life have just been a lie."
She's gonna probably try. I'm gonna sue those fake plant makers because they tricked me.
Yeah, I'm gonna sue those people and get a bunch of money because I'm stupid.
Well, isn't that normal how that works? Like
the lady who burnt herself with the cup of coffee at McDonald's. It's like they have to say that it's hot on the outside of the cup, but she like spilt it and like burnt all over her legs and stomach and stuff. She got like $1 million. So now McDonald's has to say steaming hot on the cup.
Stuff. Well, yeah. In Sweden, I heard about this. Like in Sweden, they don't put the warnings on like this is sharp or you'll cut yourself or really dangerous because they do that on these chainsaws. They say that on ours in the U.S. They said they don't say that because they don't need to, because if anyone who cuts themselves with a chainsaw is going to be so ashamed that they're not going to be doing lawsuits in that because they'd feel so stupid for doing it.
Okay, well, they underestimate the power of human greed, I guess, because we were talking about how back in the 80s they'd have commercials for like TV VCR repair. Remember when we were talking about that?
Yeah.
And now every commercial is who can we sue so you can get money?
Well, that's the U.S. I'm saying like in Sweden, it's different. Yeah.
I don't know, man. So they're on the honor system. I can appreciate that. Sweden just went up a notch in my book. If there's any good times, Sweden people, Ryan and I salute you.
But there haven't been any. There haven't been any listens, at least on the audio. So
yet.
We'll
have 3 or 4 tonight because we just saluted them and we honored them. Ryan, I got the last news story of the episode. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right, now, Australian 34-year-old twins, Anna and Lucy, they do everything together, Ryan. They share a bed, they share a cell phone, they share one job. So when one of them is sick or doesn't want to go in, the other one will show up. So they share a paycheck. I'm not even exaggerating right now.
What job do they do that allows
They're a caretaker. They like work for like an old folks.
Oh, okay.
So they dress exactly the same. When they eat, they make sure they eat the exact same food and the exact same amount. So they weigh all their food on a scale.
Wow.
They don't go anywhere without the other one ever, unless it's the work situation, right?
Yeah.
They do everything together. So, but one thing they didn't do together in the past was date, the same guy. Well, they'd each date their own guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's all changed, Ryan. They are now dating a guy named Doug.
No.
Yes,
No.
They're dating one guy.
No way.
Yes, Ryan. Yes, they're sharing a boyfriend. And Doug recently proposed to both of them. They both said yes, but they have one major problem, Ryan. You know what it is?
No, what's that?
Polygamy is illegal in Australia.
Oh, that sounds like they need to be coming to Utah.
Yeah, Utah's legal now.
I mean, well, I don't know why they ditched Bob. I mean, Bob seemed like a good guy. Ditched Bob for Doug.
After they demoed that house by accident, Doug kind of went off and did his own thing, and Bob is having a really hard time dealing with the aftermath.
Ditched Bob and poor Bob.
Yeah, so
Doug must be the better looking one.
Can you imagine? I have a hard enough time dating one girl. Can you date 2 girls?
I don't know. People do it. Whatever. I got my own morality and stuff, but whatever.
Hey, what are you gonna do? If you want to have a good time, let them have a good time. If they're not hurting anybody, what are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna do? That's the PC answer right there. That's my answer.
PC, exactly.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna tell you what I actually think.
Well, here's the deal. So I'm a Christian, so I'm within the Christian realm. But anyone who's not a Christian, I can't tell them what to do. They're not under the same thing I'm under. So what do you?
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, if I was in a court of law and you asked me what I thought of it, I put my hand on the Bible. Doug's going to hell.
Holy. Okay.
Huh? I mean, what?
Whoa.
Hey, so let's end the episode. Let's end the episode on that, right?
Okay, well, let me just soften that a little bit. Okay, so accordingly, as a Christian, you're not supposed to say stuff like that because there's no way to know. That's all up to God. Okay. So I don't have to care. Yeah. I don't have to care. That's all God's thing. So let me just smooth that over a bit because
I'm not in court, Ryan.
Terrible.
I didn't have to put my hand on the Bible, so I don't have to actually answer that. I could have just been joking.
Okay, you were joking.
I was teasing. I was totally joking, Ryan. Yeah. Ryan, end the episode on a high note.
Like, you want to end on a high note? High note, okay.
End the episode.
All right. Hey, I just want to say to everybody, thank you. Thank you for listening, all you good timers, those in the good times gang, right? We appreciate you. We thank you for tuning in and enjoying this. You know what? You keep it up. We may have to go live and around, actual live in front of live people, and we'd be coming to a place near you. But we got to finish this COVID thing. but we're making plans because you guys are awesome. Anyways, I want you to all, all of you have subscribed and hit that notification bell. I just got to thank you. Thank you for being awesome. And go ahead and do that if you haven't, because, if you want a good time, that's what you got to do. You're letting the FOMO take over your life. If you click that notification bell and subscribe, you won't be getting that FOMO. It's the cure. The cure. Yeah. I can say it. FDA approved. It's the cure.
Ryan, you know what else is the cure for FOMO? You know what it is before we get out of here?
What is that?
Buying Good Times merchandise from teespring.com.
Teespring.
Yep. Teespring.com.
Teespring.com. That's where you get the Good Times merchandise. Official.
Yep. The only official site that sells your Good Times merchandise, and you can look like a Good Times gang member. The only gang that is out for a good time and nothing else.
That's right. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
Mahalo. Mackenzie is lighting our